Welcome to another episode of Drunk Cop and a Teacher, the podcast where everything's made up and our
We have
comments
family.
don't matter, just like anything that comes out of Mike's mouth because he's just worthless.
Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa! Even me saying
You
whoa.
want to take something off your chest? Or you want me to put it on? Wait, what?
Yeah,
William
actually, can we just agree that it doesn't matter how many fucking trailers are in front of a movie?
I didn't watch any of the trailers. You know how I did this. I
Yeah.
saw a part of the first part, then because Mike said 40 minutes, had to go to a different showing, see the beginning part, which was just the racing and then dad, and then I just watched the end part. So I didn't see any trailers. Please inform me.
I'm
No,
pretty
just
sure.
saying. I was going to
Any-
try to support Mike in his argument of like it's 40 minutes because I was under the impression that he watched it in IMAX. And if you've ever watched
That
IMAX
makes
movies, which you
sense.
have, and you paid attention to trailers, they always do like another 20-minute segment of like, here are all our
Yeah.
trailers in IMAX. But then Mike fucked it up and said he didn't watch it in IMAX.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it in IMAX, but I saw it in Porn Orlando.
Porn Orlando?
Porn Orlando. Yeah, porn.
Still sounds like you're saying it.
So the movie was scheduled to start at 8, right? 8 o'clock hit, the lights went down, and then they play some type of trailer of like, download our video game movie, download our trivia game. And then they went constantly enough, like that was their trailer of just the movie theater themselves promoting their
Yeah.
self app.
Yeah.
And then after that was
Get
the
the
trailer.
unlimited pass.
Yeah, get the unlimited pass, get this,
Wink.
get that. And that was already like a 10-minute thing. And then on top of that, the trailers, that was like 20 minutes or more. And I'm pretty sure I saw the same they even had a Fast 9 trailer.
No.
I swear to God, dude.
No.
I swear to God.
I've seen a movie that did that once where they played a trailer to their own movie.
Sort of.
Their
yeah.
own movie. I'm just like, wait, are they trying to hype us up, or are they or did they forgot that we're about to see this movie right now? So that took a while. The movie didn't start until like 9 o'clock for us.
Oh, wow.
And this is a 2 hour and 25-minute movie.
Yeah, 2 hours and 25
Just
minutes.
about.
So I didn't leave the movie theater until like literally like 11:30.
Okay.
So you
No,
know,
I always factor in 20 minutes of trailers. I
Yeah.
always roughly factor in 20
Which it was
minutes.
25, I counted.
at this point, I
That's
wish I
just
saw the IMAX so I could watch that Jurassic World. Did any of you guys saw it?
I
I
didn't have time.
watched a version of it.
I haven't seen it.
How was the quality? That's all I want to know. Yeah. Okay.
I would say this, it's just like a showcase of dinosaurs. Like, it is cool, and I'm sure it would have been awesome to see
Like a
it in
montage?
IMAX,
Right.
but I almost feel like it's not worth watching it in IMAX because you could probably get the same thing out of like Discovery Channel or something.
Got you. So
Oh.
pretty much you're paying for the movie and you're paying for the trailer if you watch it on IMAX. That's the
People
way I
just
see
want
it.
to go see it on IMAX. I don't fucking know. That's not me though.
I can't wait to talk about this movie. Talking about IMAX, you know.
Well, talk about us your weekend. What else you've been doing in life other than, racing cars?
Besides racing cars and being awesome,
That's my job.
Sure. How can I say this? Well, what can I really say? Well, how was my week? I went out
Speechless.
actually to a bar on Saturday. I went to downtown Saturday night.
Oh
Okay.
my god, going to a bar.
Yeah,
Okay.
I felt like a rebel. I was like, "Whoa, look at this guy right here going into a bar."
Here,
And then no, I was just like we were just celebrating with some friends and everything like that. Sunday I just chilled, and that's when I saw the movie. I had a really chill weekend. Didn't do much, and I'm happy about that. And then I saw a marathon of Harry Potter, and I was happy about that. And it sucks that they're taking it out. It was only for a month that they had the Harry Potter collection. So beginning of July 1st, they will not have Harry Potter on HBO Max anymore.
Oh, it
Did
was on
you-
HBO Max. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. I wish it was just there. I
Well-
wish it was just there.
I
Did
think
you
it's
get through all of them?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we should-
it's on Peacock, isn't it? Because that's the Universal Studios. That's their company, so I would assume it would go on there.
But I mean, like it was created by Warner Brothers, so Warner Brothers owns the licensing.
True, true, true,
So
Yeah.
true.
and
You're right.
and
Yeah.
they own HBO Max. So like I don't understand why they wouldn't like if you're I'm already paying like close to like $18 for HBO Max. Why just give me a little bit of content and then take it out? You know what I mean? Like how come you can't do like what Disney Plus is doing? Gives you all the Marvel movies and the Star Wars movies.
Because
Like
they
basically
own all of
their
it.
movies. Like it's whatever they own, they give it to you. But
Yeah.
I think like HBO is owned by Warner Brothers,
Yeah.
right?
That's what I'm
Oh
trying
no.
to say. More or
So I
less.
don't know. I don't know if that's the same boat. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Either way, I had fun. It was awesome. So yeah, what was who's next? Let me pick. Let me pick. Let me
No,
pick.
no, no, let's go Ham.
Oh,
Nothing else, Ham. Nothing else in your life matters. I just want to know how is the Series X?
Oh, I haven't even touched it, man. It's still
Oh,
in the
you're an
oh
box.
my
idiot. I hate you. This
god.
is why. This is why we're gonna kick you out.
I was playing Fallout. No, I haven't. I haven't had time really to set it up. I'm not even sure where I should set it up, let
I thought he's
alone.
like, I don't even know where I put it at.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. Especially when this TV only has one HDR HDMI, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I haven't tried it, but I'm down to play some Halo if
Halo 5?
I get time. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's awesome,
Um,
man. That's awesome.
yeah, I would actually play it, not like Squadrons. Um, what did I do this fucking weekend? It was a blur. I don't remember a lot of stuff.
But what kind of shows have you been watching?
I know, right? That's
Oh,
what
I
we're really
actually
looking to see
just
for.
finished. No. This is a show that's been going on, but I've been a little behind. Just finished the series finale of Black Lightning. Uh, uh,
I forgot that show's still going on.
it's not now.
You got canceled?
Yeah, it was. This was the last season.
Did it
Um,
finish on a good note or on a cliffhanger? How matter of
as
fact?
good as a note as CW can do. Uh,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Not that impressed.
Yeah, and the only thing right now that they're gonna have that's probably any good is Stargirl and I don't even that got renewed and Superman and Lois. So we'll see where that goes. I've not been watching anything. Oh well, yeah, me and Aaron been watching Brazilian adapted to Netflix, dubbed in English show. First season was good. Second season was weird. Anyone gonna watch it?
What was it called?
3%. It's got an
No.
interesting concept. I'm just gonna say this third season, a main character is not in it, and explained very briefly. But in reality, this actor just got a bigger show, so they just wrote him off very quick, and it's like, that's why. This is weird. So we're gonna start on season 3. There's only one more seasons after that, so we'll see how it turns out. Other than that, I haven't really been doing much. I know. Oh, this weekend, day vacation. Yeah, something like that. To
Hmm.
Deland. So we'll see how that goes for your birthday. Then
Since
another
you're
birthday.
into, there's an FX show that's coming out. I don't know if you've seen the trailer. I know you know this person, Asha Akira. I don't know if it's her husband that's doing the show. It's like like a I forgot what's the name. It's an FX show that's coming out. I guess he's doing like a late night show host ish. Do you know what I'm talking about, him?
Wait, is this an actual show or a late night show? What are you talking about?
I don't know what it is. I don't know. That's what I'm asking you. Like
Oh,
it's
I have no idea who this person is. Who?
really Asha Akira,
No, probably what?
the adult film
No,
girl. Oh my god, you're
no.
whack.
I'm wet because I don't know an adult person.
Well, I don't know. I just thought like you will like be interested in that. It was like kind of weird looking. Like I don't know what it was. I was like, well, more likely Ham knows about this. Let
I
me
don't even
ask
know how
him.
to spell that.
Yeah, but if it's on like TV, I don't know. Ham doesn't watch TV.
No, it's
Not
on
really.
FX. Like it's on like probably
Yeah,
gonna go on
I'd
like
have to.
Hulu or something.
Oh, it's
Oh, I
is
see.
it no? It's not blind spotting, is it?
I'm not too sure. I starts with a C. I think that cheek, the choke, or something like that. I don't know.
The what? What are you watching,
This
No,
is
so
man?
weird.
talking about
Okay.
choke. So stop. Tell me, how's how you been?
What a
Yeah,
smooth transition there, Mike.
yeah. Have you finished Ready Player 2 yet?
I
See,
God,
that's I was talking.
I am going to try. You brought it up. I'm going to try to on my flight. So I'm
Yeah, read it. I was
preparing.
about to say.
I'm
Yeah.
preparing to, obviously, I told you guys already. I'm
Hmm.
traveling out of the country for a family member's wedding. So I brought Ready Player 2. I brought another book, a Halo book that I wanted to read, and I think that's pretty much it. And I brought my laptop just in case I want to do some schoolwork. So
Nice.
between catching up on shows and movies and reading, hopefully I'll get take care of all that taken care of in the next few days. But before all this, so I was under the impression I missed out on a lot of Fast and Furious movies, in preparation for this movie. But after watching 6 and 7, I realized I did watch those two already. I
Oh
just don't
God.
understand why I didn't remember either of those titles. But um, I did not watch 8 beforehand, so 8 was very new to
Okay.
me.
Hmm.
And so we'll talk about those movies here in just a bit. And then I got halfway through a Netflix movie called Fatherhood. I never got to finish it though. It's the new Kevin Hart movie on Netflix.
Oh,
I don't know
that's
if
a
you,
movie. I keep seeing it. I thought it was a series.
yeah, yeah.
How?
So
How? Yeah.
it's good. I only saw half of it because it was very very late. It was like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. I was already tired, so that's why I fell asleep. But otherwise, I mean, it's a good premise. I mean, basically his I don't think it's really spoilers, but
Yeah.
his wife dies after giving birth to their daughter. And so basically it's about him kind of going into fatherhood and trying to learn the ropes and stuff, and his uh, step mom. Wait, what's that? Right? Is that no mother-in-law? Mother-in-law. Sorry, mother-in-law
Hmm.
Okay.
is like against him and hates. Like I guess it feels like it has a grudge against him and just
Yeah.
doesn't think that he's able to do it at all. So it's
Mm.
kind of him proving, like trying to prove it to himself, trying to prove to other people that he's able to take care of his own daughter, because the mother-in-law was offering to take in the child on her own and just raise
And
it in another state.
is this supposed to be funny or more serious?
It seems more serious. Like there's like you have like that one character that tries to like make jokes here and there. And
Yeah.
it's kind of funny, but it's not like in your face, and it's not like all the time. So it has a bit of like, I think, Kevin Hart's comedy in there
Yeah.
once in a while, but I think it's definitely more on the serious take.
Got it.
Yeah. And then other than that, that's pretty much it. That's all I've done. I'm still trying to build my daily bugle. I've been kind of tackling it on and off. So I'm halfway done with that, and then I've just been trying to play Halo because I want to catch up to that 152 cap before, definitely way before November. That's it.
Hmm.
Okay.
Good. Good. Good.
So
All
I
right.
need to know of what you thought about. Well, I think we're going to touch base on it of what we really think about the Fast series.
Yeah, so listeners, what we're gonna do here, we got 3 headlines to talk about very quick, and then what we're gonna do is kind of discuss all of the Fast and the Furious movies
Oh
up
God.
until Fast 9. So kind of like this open discussion of like what we thought, like where there's good ones, bad ones, or any of them even worth watching, and then we'll take a break and then do our Fast 9 discussion because that's the last one that just came out in theaters, and none of us saw it in IMAX, right? Nope.
No. I'm paying for that.
But how does that work with the Regal app though? Like, do they pay part of it?
Please sponsor me, Regal. Yeah, no, it's like an extra upcharge, whatever. I think the price difference is of a normal ticket. So, I don't know. It's either three, $5, or $7 extra. I don't remember how much it is.
That's not bad though.
I would have paid for it.
Yeah, I see why
For
not.
Fast 9, no thanks.
Well, all right. Let's start with a positive headline here, and then we'll work our way to the worst one. There's only 3, but since Sony has been in kind of a negative spotlight for a while, I figured we kind of give them a positive one. They bought a new IP. It's called Housemark. I think that's how you pronounce it. They're the makers of Returnal. Housemark was founded in 1996, but found particular success after the release of Super Stardust HD on PS3 in 2007, which began a long relationship with Sony. They have also since released Dead Nation, Resogun, Alienation, Nex Machina, Matterfall, and then of course, like I just said, Returnal as console exclusive for PlayStation. So
Oh,
Sony is
okay.
just building upon their own library, which is cool. I mean, that's
Yeah.
yeah. I thought they bought something else, but I couldn't find it. I could have sworn someone said they bought two new studios, but it is what it is. Have you guys played Returnal?
I was
No,
it's
that's a PS5.
Oh, is it just strictly
just
PS5?
I believe so. Yeah, I haven't
Oh,
seen anything on PS4. Only PS5.
I haven't
uh
heard anyone really talk about it. That's
I
why.
saw some deals and
Um.
I'm like, is it worth it?
Well, a couple of my buddies they told me their opinions on it. It's a good game. They said it's really really good. It's literally one of those punishment games where you die and you learn your lesson, but everything just moves differently. Like not the moment when you die, the whole entire game like resets. As in like I don't know, like it's like everyone has their own like the enemies have their own like different type of moves. It's not everything's not the same, so
So does
it's
it
like
play like Dark Souls?
they're saying that it plays like Dark Souls, but the thing is with Dark Souls is that when you die and when you go back to that area, the enemy is there. But
Yeah, you're
in
saying
this,
things change up, right?
yeah, things just change up in Returnal where
Oh,
when you die,
okay.
things are completely different now.
So there's no pattern.
Oh, that makes
Yeah.
it harder then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Cool. Oh, I have to go check that out on
Uh,
Twitch at least. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's a good idea.
All right,
But
let's
good
go
for
on
them.
to the other end of the spectrum here and go to the worst possible news.
Oh man.
Xbox.
EA and Smite developers signed deal to potentially bring TV style commercials to games. According to a report from Axios, the platform called Player One has been designed by advertising company Simulmedia and will allow advertisers to run advertising in console video games. In a method similar to some mobile games, Player One would give players a choice of watching a 15 or 30-second ad in exchange for perks and in-game items. However, the platform is targeting marketers more used to high-cost TV advertising. They've already agreed to deals with high-profile developers and publishers like EA and Hi-Res Studios. And apparently, according to Simulmedia's research, that players will be willing to watch up to 10 advertisements a day in order to
Oh
obtain
God.
free or exclusive perks and items. In-game ads are likely to be much cheaper for developers and publishers to integrate compared to spending millions on large flashy ad campaigns. So if you love advertising, I mean, that's probably a career to get into right now.
You're gonna love
Did
this.
Did
Oh
you just say
man.
mobile?
Yeah, so it's always
Yeah.
been a mobile thing. Anytime you
Sure.
download a free mobile game,
Sure.
there are always ads. There's either in your face or you have to like click this or like wait 5 seconds before you can skip it. It's like YouTube. But
Yeah.
they want to bring this to console video games.
You're saying AAA titles.
Most likely. They kind of already been
Uh,
doing that. It's slightly no different than maybe if you were getting like branded skins for like a weapon or maybe a costume.
yeah, that's stupid.
But
Mm,
I think the
yeah.
one that comes to mind immediately, I think was it 2K that did this, where they actually during the loading screen there was an advertisement that you had to watch, and you had to wait until that advertisement was done before you could actually start your game or something like that. I think Street Fighter also went through a period of time where
Yeah.
like you had like these costumes that literally had like the brand written all over it,
Oh,
and
I
it made
think
your
I did see
character
that.
look like fucking awful. And then they eventually made it as an option whether you want like in game, if you wanted to turn it on and off. Now you would think, well, why would I want to turn it on? The incentive there was that you would get like extra XP or extra points or something like that if you had them on. So
Okay.
yeah, uh, I just I hate this idea. I don't like it. I don't approve of it.
I don't approve of it either. And the thing is that EA they're going to find a way since they got rid of their loot boxes and microtransactions. I feel like they're going to sell you guys. I'm not talking about you guys, but you know the listeners of like to skip the advertisement, pay this much money, a bunch of money, pay us
Oh,
this
what
amount of
the
money,
fuck?
this amount of money to skip the advertisement, but you get like maybe like I don't know these extra points or clothes or some shit, you know? That's how I see it. I don't know.
I just don't want this to be like a substitute for loading screens.
It's gonna be fucking awful. If this is just the beginning of gaming, it's going to fucking go down to the ground.
But see, what's terrible, and like I feel like an old like geezer at this point, is that
Sure.
nowadays you have people that are more onto the mobile game scene, and they are littered with advertisements, and the younger crowd probably don't care. Like they're like, yeah, I'll watch this ad and get this like extra free gems, or I'll watch this ad and get like 20 extra points of XP. And so because of that, like I just feel like they said, the data shows that people are willing to do this, and I don't think the younger generation of gamers are gonna fight against this.
No, I don't know,
Uh,
man. It's fucking awful.
I mean, I'm thinking this on the other side. Whereas when that with some mobile games that I used to play, I'd be like, all right, time to put my phone down and look up and look at life for real, because I'm not watching this bullshit. Maybe it'll have people, look up and not at their phones. So I don't know. That's just a little positive spin, but yeah, this is fucking stupid. Does EA make any games I even like anymore? I don't know, but yeah, we're gonna have to start boycotting some stuff if this gets to like every fucking game.
EA always finds a way to fucking shit the bed. Like the moment
Yeah,
where they always
that,
find a way when everything like gets already all calmed down with their loot boxes and everything like that. Well, guess what? We got something else in our asses.
surprise, there is
Surprise,
another.
man.
All right. Well, speaking of surprises, I want to bring up this one headline, which was kind of as a mild shock to me, and it probably doesn't really matter, but I just feel like it was kind of unnecessary. The headline goes, Disney drops Slave One name in favor of Boba Fett starship. Star Wars fans noticed the change thanks to the announcement of a new Mandalorian themed Lego set featuring the iconic vehicle. Rather than calling it Slave One, the set is simply named Boba Fett Starship. According to, I think his name is Frederickson. I think he's one of the higher ups, obviously, at Disney. It's probably not something which has been announced publicly, but it is just something that Disney doesn't want to use anymore. So I don't know if you guys even knew that the ship even had a name,
Yeah.
but I used to have like the old school the old school '90s toy, I would say, of the Slave One starship, and I thought Slave One was always
Mhm.
just a cool name for it to have, especially it's Boba Fett. He's
Yeah.
bringing in like all these like bounties, carbonite, whatever. It just like yeah, they're not slaves, but it just seems like it just was like a kick ass name to have for it, and then. Now, I guess years later, obviously, with how things are in the world, people are not happy with that name, and so they dropped it. Which I get. Okay, fine. I'll concede to the point of, yeah, probably not the best terminology to use, but it also wasn't. It doesn't have that same meaning or intent to it. So why even go through all that trouble of changing it? I just felt like it was unnecessary.
I didn't know it had a name. I just called it Boba Fett's ship.
No, I knew it was Slave One. I mean, anyone can be a slave. I mean, I don't see that slave is a bad connotation, but isn't
Yes.
Boba Fett sort of not a? I mean, he was a bounty hunter. In the movies, he wasn't supposed to be a good guy, or just a person. What is it? A
I
gun for
guess.
hire.
I
So
guess they changed the name just in case if other people were gonna complain about it.
But
there's a little bit of an interesting conspiracy theory around this too, because if you remember it in the Mandalorian, Boba Fett wasn't really a bad guy, and they
yeah,
kind of made him sort of heroish. And
mhm,
so people are starting to speculate that the Book of Boba Fett series is going to be him in the hero spotlight, and you
mm,
can't have a hero with a ship named Slave One.
I guess that makes sense.
So they're gonna call it Hero One
Yeah, because
advertisement marketing.
my God,
Almost.
I just
but
think
yeah,
it's dumb.
if,
Like I don't want to sound super like
PC.
what's
Karen.
maybe yeah yeah, like I just why is this such a huge deal that people want to like
No, it
complain
makes
about
sense.
this, and just be like, no, we don't want it to be this is bad. Or like you have to understand the world was so much different like 10 15 20 years ago. I think there are just some things that just kind of like accept it for what it was because that's just the setting that they had and just learn from it and then make the changes you want moving forward, not try to change the past.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I mean,
mean, he
it,
should have. I mean, they should have done it in the show or something that not just out of nowhere be like, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. Whereas it a growth of character or something like
Yeah, I got
you
you.
know how they did with Mando. They blew up his fucking ship. Spoilers, but I mean it's been a while. But yeah, they blew up his ship. So they could have done that with Boba Fett, I guess.
I guess. I mean, it makes sense since you have followed that name since very young, and for them to change that's already been in the series for a long time, it is kind of like, what the hell? Like, why mess with it?
Like I
Like,
just like this is not on the same level, I think, but it just reminded me of like when you go watch Aladdin now on Disney Plus, there's a message that pops up immediately that says this was made during this time or something, and it's like a warning message of like obviously telling you there's gonna be like stereotypes or whatever in this. I'm like, do we really need that though? Like, we do we not understand that this movie
yeah.
was made like eons ago? And
It's just unfortunate we live in a time where everybody's going back to the past and saying that, oh, this is wrong, and they're making companies change it and stuff. So
I don't know.
I
It
guess
just
it's unfortunate it has to come that way. Like, I think it's stupid as well, but Disney's always going to try to cover their asses
But
no matter
also, it's
what.
not a big deal.
not yeah. In the biggest scheme of things, it's not. But like, it's
Yeah.
just one of those like it's poking at you, and there's too many things that are poking at
Yeah,
you, and it's at some point like there's gonna be that one thing that breaks the straw. What's the phrasing goes? The catchphrase,
Break
the
the
straw that
straw
broke the
that breaks
camel's
the
back.
camel's back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like there's gonna be one that I feel like it's coming, and then I'm gonna snap, and I'm just like, okay, I'm over this whole thing.
Yeah, with Halo, Master Chief, you can't say Master anymore,
yeah,
so
that's true.
he's just gonna be
Hmm.
Chief, good old Chief in it, John Chief 316 or 1117. Yeah,
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 it's
yeah.
true. Yeah,
Oh,
it's sensitive.
amen.
I know you guys are joking around about that, but it was a legitimate thing going around for a while.
Are
No,
you
I heard something
serious?
about no, I heard something about Master Bedroom. They're like we don't. It was like,
Yeah,
yeah, I was like, whoa.
yeah.
So
All right.
we'll
Well,
see.
that's all the major headlines really that were kind of noteworthy. Let's talk about Fast and the Furious.
Also,
Yeah.
Loki's only 6 episodes.
Yeah, that too. Fast and the Furious is now on its ninth film.
Hmm.
I told I don't know how to start this other than I remember back in the day. I think it was when Need for Speed Underground came out for PlayStation 2. I want to say that's around the same time the first Fast and the Furious movie came out.
Yeah, yeah,
Someone can fact check me on that one because the first Fast and the Furious movie came out in 2001.
Yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
I
So
remember watching that on a computer with a CD-ROM or a DVD-ROM and putting it in the fucking thing in the thing.
Really, I remember
That's
watching a VHS.
I Netflixed it. Like I don't think I got into Fast and the Furious until I think the third one, I want to say.
Oh, I
When the
got
third one
it.
was starting to come out is when I was like, oh, I want to check this movie out. And then I remember ordering on Netflix and then, having it mailed to the house. I'm like, oh, I'll pop this and watch this in. And then I think at the time it was like on TNT or something where they'll
Yeah,
always keep watching, you always watch it on TV. Um, that was back when people were really into cars, like the visual look of cars, like the whole street racing, like illegal street racing scene.
I guess if you say so.
I
I
mean,
don't
were you
know.
guys not into cars as much? Like,
I wasn't into car. I mean, I wasn't into cars as much, but I like of what they were doing with the cars in the movie.
I didn't even have a car in 2001.
I don't know. I was into cars. I remember just I think it was more Need for Speed 2 Underground. Yeah, Need
Oh,
for
you
Speed
mean
Underground 2.
gaming cars?
Well, no, no,
Yeah.
no. Well,
Wow.
okay, so Underground 2 is what brought me like I felt like where I got my first dibs into like okay, customizing cars, street racing, like this whole idea and concept is really cool. I didn't really know like of it outside that world. And then the movies came out And then like even in my own car with my own stupid like I wanted to like work like I that's when I wanted to figure out how to do my own oil change, figure out how to change my own spark plugs. Like I wanted to do my own shit because I got into that. I don't know. I had like a little bit of a car phase at that time. Like I was really into it and I dug the Fast and the Furious movies. Like I would say though, the third one is my least favorite one out of the
Tokyo
entire
Drift.
franchise. Yeah, I
Oh
couldn't
my
get
god,
into
I
it.
love you, man. I love you for that. Thank you for saying that.
I At that time I felt
Everybody,
like it did nothing for the franchise.
everybody was hyping that fucking movie up
I
so
like the
much
third
that
one.
I don't like the third one. It doesn't bring anything to the fucking franchise
It is like the
except for the cool song.
yeah, 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 okay, okay, all right, off my shit list for right now.
Okay.
No, I think I really hated the second one. The second one was just like I think
Too
it was
Fast, Too Furious.
yeah, a little too fast, a little too
That's when
furious
we got
for me.
Tyrese Gibson though.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but he wasn't the fucking now. You know what he's turned into a fucking joke, and
I mean,
I don't
we'll
know.
get into that.
Well,
Yeah, but
so okay, well then on the fourth one is when it started to become more on the serious
On the
like I felt like
serious
the
oh, and
side.
don't forget though, the third one is is what is it? It's after which one? The
oh
timeline
yeah
too.
yeah
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
after six.
after six.
Is this
Okay,
no? Yeah, after six. Yeah, it's after
after
six.
whenever she dies, I think.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Hmm.
Yeah, I bet you love that, Mike.
I was sad.
the because the first three were focused. I felt like we're focused just strictly on the visuals. Like, hey,
Yeah,
look at these sick
cars.
ass
Yes,
cars, all these
And
colors,
everything.
soundtrack.
lights, this music, yeah, everything.
Hmm.
And then four was like, you know what? Let's try to make a story out of this and try to be serious here because
Yeah.
I don't recall a lot of flashy cars in the fourth
Well,
one.
this is where Vin Diesel comes back, right?
Yeah, the fourth
Technically.
one, the fourth one was all about more like muscle cars and more story. So it wasn't really that much of a fancy thing of into cars, and that's why I will say like the fourth one is a very not a memorable movie.
yeah, I
Yeah,
could
yeah.
barely
Actually,
tell you
please tell
what's
me what happens, because I
Yeah,
that's when Letty supposedly had died. That's
Letty
when
died. Vin Diesel was trying to look for the killer, and then he gets caught. That's when Paul Walker was working with the police officers. And and then in the end of that one, Paul Walker frees Van Diesel, and then that's when we get into Fast Five, where in my opinion is the best one.
yes, I
all right. So I
agree.
don't even remember what four happens. Yeah.
Fast Five is top notch. Like that is
Yeah.
out of the entire franchise. I felt like Fast Five was the perfect balance of hey, look at all these sick, cool cars and action
Hmm.
scenes and a good. I want okay, maybe good is
Is
a
this the
very
plane
loose.
or the safe?
The
The
safe.
safe.
This is the safe.
Okay. Yeah,
Like
the safe. Yeah, the
it's
safe
a
was cool.
solid story, and it started
The
like the
visual is great.
it started like the crazy stunts because like the whole safe thing going around and dragging it across the city like yeah that was stupid but they kind of made it reasonable enough for you to believe it and then after that it just kind of was like okay let's focus more now on just action scenes and these big like
So this
big
is the first time you see the Rock too, right?
Yeah.
yes
Okay.
and this is the desserts and
all
veggies line that's
Yeah.
right,
uh
all right.
then when because now when I was watching Fast and Furious 6 and Fast 7
We jumping five? Or no, you said five. This was we were
we
jumping
Yeah.
five.
talked about 5
We talk
Yeah.
about
the
five. Mhm.
6 and 7 like I had to kept looking at the time. I swear these action scenes were taking like 10 to 20, 25 minutes tops. I'm like god
Mhm.
damn like the story is barely there but it still is simple enough for you to follow it and you're like oh, okay like you know what this is fun like I feel like the Fast and Furious franchise has now been built to be like
A fun movie.
yeah a fun just
Turn off your brain and enjoy some
Wait,
crazy
hold up.
shit.
Hold up. Did anyone see Hobbs and Shaw?
Yeah, I saw
I
Hobbs and Shaw.
I haven't no I've not
It,
It was. I thought it was stupid fun. I
it was
thought it
stupid
was.
fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's stupid fun, just like how 6 and 7 is. I thought it was. I thought they're stupid fun. Where I was like, okay, the story is stupid, and these people, of course, are street racers, but for some reason they become spies, and for some reason they're great at fighting, doing some crazy shit. and I don't know, I enjoyed it. And then 8 came out, where I was like, okay, you're crossing a line a bit of bullshit.
And then which one was really then? Which one
Eight
was eight
was
now?
the one where Vin Diesel was the bad, like was portrayed as the bad guy in the
Oh, because
Yeah,
you
trailers.
have the
he
yeah
tried.
yeah
Yeah, and then that's when his son.
Yeah, that's when we find out he has a son, and
yeah I got you.
Cypher, the main villain of the whole thing,
Yeah,
was using that
Charlie
against him.
Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did not like. I didn't like eight. I thought it was, it was okay.
it was okay. It's definitely not like not nothing memorable except
Yeah, no,
for
I don't remember eight.
Scythe. Not
Yeah.
except for Scyther and and the son, and of course Paul Walker not being in that one because unfortunately he passed away in the middle of I think
Seven.
7.
Seven, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so of course this one definitely felt completely different, and of course in the movies they don't how can I say they have him alive, Brian,
Yeah.
his character
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
They're not gonna kill him off or anything like that, but it's kind of weird.
It's weird, but I like it. I kind of,
Yeah.
because like if you go back and watch seven, and because we knew about that before the movie was even came out, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it was
Yeah.
kind of weird watching seven, and I feel like if this was any other movie, they would have been like, okay, let's give this character a proper death, like in the movie, and so that way it makes sense and we can mourn. But they didn't, and they kind of had like a nice closing ending for Brian's character to be like, okay, now he's just focused on his family, and this is just how the rest of his story is gonna go. And I'm like, I like that way better than the
Yeah.
cliche of like let's just end this character in the movie. Kind of like how they did Princess Leia
I
in
was
Rise
about
of
to bring that up,
Skywalker.
but they did do it eventually. But yeah, they didn't do it on that second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to bring up two things. Oh, I hate
Hmm.
that everyone's always talking about, oh, it was a car and now it's like a spy thing. I'm like it. I'm like it. The reason why it is, I think it's because, do you guys remember the two other franchises, not counting the new ones, that Vin Diesel was in? Technically, yeah.
What Triple X?
Oh, that's
Exactly,
right.
Triple
Yeah.
X.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're just like, all right, we're just gonna steal this concept with the cars and then make it Triple X spy movie. That's what I think they did because they're like, oh, Vin Diesel was did good in that, and yeah, let's just combine the two cars and
I
spies.
mean, I don't ever remember everybody saying no. He did good in that.
Well, I mean, people, yeah, well, not good. Yeah, you're right,
He's
but it
very
I
was.
mean, if it was so good, why was it? Wait, was this a sequel? Or because wasn't there a sequel, but it was a different actor?
yeah.
Yeah,
Ice
because
Cube.
he didn't want to. He wanted to come back to
Fast and
Fast and
Furious.
Furious, or he was trying to do the Riddick that he actually really loved to do. So
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
yeah,
mean, and then unfortunately he did come back. It was like the return of Cage.
but it was yeah, it was wasn't it like a quick? I don't even remember, but
Uh,
and then the second one is why I like sort of the Fast and Furious. There's not a lot of main. There's technically no main white character after Paul Walker left. Yeah, I mean
uh, yeah.
that's
main
debatable.
main good character. Well, main the good guys, the guys that
What are
don't.
you talking about, Mr. Nobody, Mike?
Oh, no, yeah.
Yeah,
Mr. No,
Mr.
he's like the
Nobody's
only
nobody.
white guy. Like he's the only white character
He's not
there.
even. He's not even. I mean, the villains are Mister Nobody's not a main character. He is a side character. You, Mister
I
Nobody
mean,
was
how
in
will you
there.
say Vin Diesel? Is he a side character?
I wouldn't say he's white.
But I don't know. I'm confused of what you mean by that.
Physically looking white. The only person was Paul
Like the
Walker.
tip. Okay, so like Mr. Nobody's replacement. Remember in I think it was eight. Yeah, it was in. Yeah, it was Phase of Furious. The younger guy.
Yeah,
That
they tried that, and I'm like,
Hmm.
all right, let's see how that goes. And I guess nobody liked that because what
nah, I
happened
didn't
to him?
like him.
Yeah.
He was
So they
annoying.
tried, but he technically is not a main character. Like we were talking about, sort of the originals and whoever jumped on and who's been in at least two movies that for a decent amount of time. Because Mr. Buddy's been here and there, sure. I mean, The Rock, we had him.
Yeah, but I mean, right now at this point, it was always like Paul Walker and Vin Diesel being the two
Yeah.
main characters.
Yeah,
So
Paul Walker. After what, like I said
Ooh.
before, Paul Walker White. After he left, no more White. There you go.
make sure you hang on to that point because I feel like that's something we need to go back to later when we
Interesting.
talk about Fast Nine. But overall, I feel like Fast and Furious franchise. I do wish for it to keep going, but I want them to like find that balance again that they had in Fast Five. Like if I had to rank the first eight Fast and Furious movies, Fast Five is number one on the list. I think that
Yeah,
is
Mm,
for
again
sure.
the best culmination of all the Fast and Furious movies. Like that's like I said before, it's that perfect sweet spot of all this ridiculous action
Hmm.
scenes, the comedy, the story. It just blended very well. If I had to put
Yeah.
number two on the list,
I'll put
What about
Fast
number
One.
one?
I'll be number one for me.
Oh, you say the second spot is number
yeah, but I really like Deckard, right? Yeah. Wait, what's his name
something
again?
Hobbs and
Shaw.
Shaw, man.
Yeah, I know,
Decker
but
Shaw,
Deckard
Shaw,
Shaw,
Decker,
yeah,
Decker
okay.
Shaw.
Oh
I
yeah,
really
Decker
like
Shaw. Yeah. Oh, seven.
yeah, I think so. I think I would put
Mm-hmm.
seven next to my list because it was kind of well, I do
Do
remember
do I need to give you my copy of Hobbs and Shaw?
yes.
Okay.
Uh yeah, I think I like seven. Although it was kind of funny when he was fighting with the baby in his hand in number eight.
Yeah.
That was oh man. I think I
Baby
put
on
seven as number two. And then I would put the first two Fast and Furious movies as three and four.
the.
Um, but last on that list, without a doubt, is going to be Tokyo Drift. I just like
Ah.
it's so bad that they have to try to now make connections to it just to have people like the third movie.
Yeah. I
Man, that guy just looks old.
Yeah, he does.
yeah. Oh my God. Let's talk about Fast Nine. Let's hit that
All right,
intermission and then we'll talk about it.
this guy's ready, I guess.
I'm so ready.
Hit the nos.
F9, which I thought was called Fast 9, but after looking at this online, it's literally just called F9.
Yep.
The Fast
Like,
Saga
are
for
we
some
just
reason.
are we done calling it Fast and Furious in any way possible? Like, have we reached that limit of we can't figure out how to integrate numbers into this title?
I don't know. The other one is
Uh,
gonna be FF10.
oh no. What was it? Oh, I did see that meme. It was Fast 10. Your seatbelt. You didn't see
You know
that
what
meme?
though? I would appreciate that. I would
Yeah.
appreciate that because like you got Too Fast, Too Furious.
Yeah.
Then you had what is it? Fate of the
Uh
Furious.
huh.
Like again, going with the silliness of the movie, I feel like it needs silly titles like that. So if it does
Yeah.
fasten your seatbelt,
Yeah. Yeah.
it gets my code card for that year. How about that?
Oh yeah. All right.
All right, Fast Nine. I'm just gonna call it Fast Nine. It
Sure.
features everybody still from
Everybody and
the
their mothers.
from the
That
last two
actually, yeah,
movies.
the Shaw's mother was in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only really new addition to this is John Cena, who plays Dominic Toretto's brother in the movie.
Jingo.
If we look at the ratings, IMDb gives it a
Mm-hmm.
5.5.
Whoa!
Rotten
Ooh.
Tomatoes gives it a 59%.
Oh.
Ouch!
Metacritic gives it a 58%.
Oh no, they did it.
Okay. 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 But let me get that Google.
Oh,
Hey,
well, Hambot
Google.
drinks all around for this one because
Oh
93%
my
like
god!
this
Oh,
movie.
I quit.
Oh god!
The synopsis is pretty long here. Let me see if I can
Family.
We
find
got
it.
a
Fuck my
long
brother.
one.
I mean, let me see. Let me go to
Cars go fast.
IMDb. Yeah, that's the synopsis. Cars goes fast. Oh, this is super short. I like the IMDb
Okay.
version.
All right.
Cypher enlists the help of Jacob, Dom's younger brother, to take revenge on Dom and his team. Yep.
That could be any movie.
All right, we'll do our traditional. We'll say the cards, and then we'll go into an open discussion of what we liked and didn't like about this movie. So, Mike,
My review is going based off of a fan review. Okay? Just want to make that
Okay,
clear.
okay.
As in, wait, what do you mean by that? Like
He's gonna
you
be
as a
biased
fan?
somehow.
Me as a fan, like I'm a fan of these
Okay,
movies. I love this.
so
I
am
love,
I. Yes.
yeah, all the other ones. So, Fast
Yeah.
Five, I'll get a green card and everything else.
I mean, we
Well,
both agreed on a lot of them.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like they're decent. They're pretty much the yellow cards, close.
I'll give a few green cards here and there.
Yeah, a couple. So this one will be. I'm giving it a red card, but
Whoa,
it might change into a Becky.
Ooh,
whoa, whoa.
that was a plot twist I did not see coming.
Me neither.
Him.
I'll give it a yellow. It's
I
it's
could give
whatever.
you a fucking Becky card.
It's an easy yellow.
This is
I'm
Becky all over again.
again, like Mike said, I'm a fan of Fast and the Furious. If like Fast Five would get the gold card,
Hmm.
6, 7, 1, and 2 would get the green card, 3 would get the red card, 8 would get the yellow card, and Fast 9 would get a red card. It's yeah,
Mm,
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad.
yeah.
Well, I'm so happy that we're agreeing about things. It feels great when we put
I
powers
give it a
together.
yellow. This is
No, no, no.
no.
This is boring. This movie was really
This
boring.
this was horrible. This is worse than Tokyo
All right.
Drift for me.
To be fair, I did see it in
Ooh,
segments.
that's a
All
bit
right.
of a stretch.
I
I
wish I
saw it
saw
in
the
segments.
segments.
Yeah, I didn't see the whole thing in one viewing, so maybe I could see that happening.
Okay, let's go around and let's discuss what we liked ish and what we didn't like a lot.
I like that the characters were still their same typical character. Like you have Tyrese Gibson's character being the joke of the
Yeah.
movie, basically, and
Hmm.
still saying stupid shit. Tej doing his like martial arts still, and like just being like the one liner kind of funny in the movie.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
liked how what's her name, Ramsey, kind of
Yeah.
because she didn't come until I think 7,
yeah, seven.
and she kind of like earned her spot, I feel like, in the movie, so she did great.
You're the new
uh,
tech
i
person.
I like that we got Mia back into this because it would make sense
Yeah.
since family.
Family.
um I did not like Vin Diesel in this one.
I didn't like him in I didn't like him in this one, and I don't of why
my
Mia.
well, my question to you is, did you like Vin Diesel in Fate of the Furious in number 8?
I liked him in that one. He was more an aggressive person, but trying to take care of his family.
Yeah, at least you had like.
Yeah. I thought he was good in that one.
Yeah,
In this one, he is such a fucking dragger.
I got a kid
Oh
now,
my!
and that's
I
all I
got a
got.
kid now. Look at, kid. I'm going to talk to you like a full grown man. You see that track right there? That's where my daddy died. He screamed, and I saw it happen, and
I like.
I almost killed your uncle.
Yeah, I guess I liked young Vin Diesel more than actual Vin Diesel or whatever. Dom, if you want
Are
to
you
call
talking
him.
about flashback Vin Diesel?
Yeah, I think I'd rather have him. He was
Oh
more interesting.
man! All right,
You
I
know
think
what
we're jumping all over the place.
you
Let's.
know what I think though? I'm super biased against
Sal,
flashbacks
you go
now.
first.
Yeah, I
I'm
guess you are.
I'm super biased against flashbacks now because I think I really did not like the flashbacks in this movie. Like I get it for the story
It
wise,
was
it's fine,
horrible.
but I just think you could have just done it all like at the beginning. It was just very jarring. I was
Hmm.
just like, why are you doing this? Like I just want to go to the action scenes,
Yeah,
like go to the fast racing. Like
yeah,
this story just seems so boring to me, and I don't know if it's maybe because it's been played out already so many times. The whole like long lost relative, we're bringing him back. He's the bad guy, but not really the bad guy. But
yeah.
so in the end, you're just gonna help him out. Okay, story done. Like it just didn't feel like anything new, and it just didn't feel that much Fast and Furious. And like of all the nonsensical things to happen in the Fast and Furious movies, because I think it was 7 where they drove the car between two buildings, like the two skyscrapers, I think in the
Yeah,
Middle
yeah, I
East, if you
remember
remember
that.
that. Sure, that's
Yeah,
ridiculously stupid. That's not really gonna happen in real life, but hey, it was cool to see it. This just kind of took it to a whole nother level of like
Of
it's not even
course.
cool to see, and it's just not even that I
it's
can't
just
even
bullshit.
justify the bullshit to it. Yeah, like it's just a lot of this stuff did not make sense. Like the
Oh,
spaceship thing, come on, let's be real here.
I
Like
oh yeah. By the way, I did warn you guys. I'm like, they're gonna go to space. You guys are like, no, that can't be real. I'm like, look it up. They're going to fucking space. But also, I want to touch back on when he's like fighting, like he turns into a superhero when he's like trying to fight everyone and he falls in the water. I was waiting for him. I don't know why it hit my head, literally hit my head because I was watching F9. I thought for some reason he was gonna fly out of the water like Superman. I don't know why. I'm just watching the whole movie. I'm like, he's just gonna do a Superman and fly the fuck out of the water. That's how this whole movie's been ingrained in my head that he can do anything now.
I hate this fucking movie. And that's why I don't know. I might actually come back and give it a Becky, but for now I'm going to be in a red. But the thing is I feel like the directors and the writers and the producers had a meeting and were like, you know what, we got to make another Fast and Furious franchise movie. Come into the meeting room. There's going to be a whole bunch of fucking drugs and everything. Let's all take it and write the script. You know,
Sounds
I
about
don't.
right.
I don't believe. I mean, all the other Fast movies are not believable. It's fine, but it's fun though. It's fun. It's just like it's bullshit, but that's cool though. You know, this movie's not fucking cool. Everything else was just like it's played out. It's played out. It's played out. What the fuck? Why in space? What? And and I don't believe a second the whole entire series. Dom had a brother. I don't believe it. I was just like, this is
I
such
mean, of
bullshit.
course.
It's such bullshit because you're telling me that Paul Walker, Brian, he was an undercover cop and almost got his friend killed, and his other friend was killed in front of Dom's house, and he was able to forgive Brian and all that bullshit and everything like that. And you're telling me that he didn't. I mean,
Yeah, it's weird because Vin Diesel has always been about family. That's been like the number one meme and tagline of this
Yeah,
entire franchise. It's
family.
family. It's always
yeah,
about family. But like Mike, how you had put it before on your recording name here, it's like family, but fuck the brother. It's like what? Like you don't. That's not
hmm
you. That's not your character. Even no matter what he did, you still would have found a way to like help him out or do something to keep him in the family. Like it just was very out of character for Vin Diesel. Like his character, Dom Toretto, like it just didn't work, and it just it felt it sucked. I hated it. Like I wanted to bring a point though, because I felt like after Fast and Furious 7, right? That's the last one we saw Paul Walker in.
hmm
That it doesn't seem like the Fast and the Furious movies are good anymore without him,
yeah, it's true.
because I didn't really like Dom in Fate of the Furious. He just seemed like very a bland character, and it was just very weird not to have Paul
I
Walker's
think I
character in
liked
there
him in that one.
whatsoever.
That was the one where he's sort of getting manipulated.
Yeah, yeah, the
Yeah,
whole
I think
he
I
submarine
like
chase
that
was a
because yeah, there was like sort of. I didn't even like his backstory in this one, which was just made up out of nowhere. But at least you know about the kid, and he was that made a little bit more sense than this one.
and the thing is, they made up so much bullshit because if you remember from Fast and the Furious, the original one,
Hmm.
Dom was explaining to Brian of the car that he's afraid of, and he was saying that my father died in a racing car accident. And then he was telling, like, saying that some guy crashed into him. I beat him to death later on that night that I couldn't lift my arms up and everything like that. And it was a lot more. It was a lot more storytelling in that one than what we actually got. I feel like the directors or the writers were just like, yeah, he mentioned about like his dad dying in a car accident and racing. Let's just make some bullshit up and hopefully they don't go back and see that scene again of
Mm.
how he was explaining it. Because the whole entire time I'm just like, this is how this he did not explain this shit like this at all. At all.
That's, so they
It,
retconned it.
they
yeah,
fucking
kind
retconned
of.
it. Yeah, it's complete bullshit. And John Cena doesn't do nothing for me for this movie. He doesn't
Oh,
bring
really? That was the
anything.
one. That was the one positive thing I was gonna bring up. Or for
Really?
me, I liked his character, his character. I mean, it's kind of the typical like, it's a stereotypical character in any sort of these types of movies. But I felt like
Yeah.
John Cena did okay. Like for someone that came off of like he was a wrestling right a wrestler,
Uh-huh.
right? That's his first thing.
Hmm.
And then seeing him in what's another movie he was
The
just
Marsh,
in?
the Martian, or I mean the Marshal
What?
or whatever,
I
where
don't
his
know what
wife
that
gets,
is.
yeah, the Martian, the Marine, is it the Marine or something like that?
I never saw it. I don't know what
Maybe.
you're
He just I
Yeah.
don't know. Like in other movies just seems like he wasn't up to par with like, Dwayne Johnson or whoever
Oh,
else. Like
Bumblebee too.
Bumblebee, that was it. Like
talking
this one,
about.
I felt like okay, you got you kind of for me, you kind of proven you got some acting chops. And it's not the best, it's not, but you're doing fine, and I don't see you as like the worst part of this movie.
I mean, he's
Like,
literally the new Rock ish.
yeah, kind
He's
of, yeah,
getting there.
yeah.
Yeah, what I mean is that where he doesn't do anything for me, I don't blame John Cena. I'm blaming the writers of how they really did the character. I don't
Fair,
know.
okay.
I Street Racer turns into a secret agent. I a spy. I just can't comprehend that.
It's because his family.
His
Is he a
family.
mercenary? He's considered a mercenary in the movie, right?
I
Because
say
he,
spy. I think he
Yeah.
says literally says
yeah,
spy.
but who's he working for?
No, he was working for nobody. He was working for nobody.
Literally,
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Agent. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Mr.
right.
Nobody grabbed him from the streets and just he was just doing work for him the whole entire time.
Now,
I don't know.
okay, so if we start looking at what didn't make sense in this movie, like let's point out some certain ones that really do stand out. But I do
Mhm.
just to kind of sidely tangent off of that, I like the fact though that Tyrese Gibson's character, what is his name? Ramos?
Raymond,
Roman.
Roman.
Jesus
Roman.
Christ.
There we go.
I
God.
like that he pointed out in the movie too. He's like, makes sense. We should be dead. We're invincible at this point, right? Like, and I kind of like how they were making fun of that. But that's the first thing that was like, wait, all these people around him shooting him like point blank, and they, like
Right in
not
the
even a
jungle scene.
headshot. Yeah,
Yeah.
in the jungle scene, like not even a headshot, not even like on the hand, nothing. Like it just hit him in his chest, and he was wearing bulletproof armor. Okay, fine, whatever. Just let that slide. What's another one that stood out? Like, oh my gosh, I want to fast forward to the one that really stood out to me was faking Han's death.
Oh
That,
yeah. That
oh
was.
Was
my
that
god.
a hologram or was like they didn't explain how he got out of the car so fast?
Nah, it was stupid.
It was stupid. It was stupid. And he's so fucking forced into this movie that he doesn't do anything at all in this movie.
Yeah.
But
What?
And
No, but I mean, they forced him with the girl, basically.
well,
Like,
this is why I
but
said earlier where I felt like three was so bad that they had to find a way to connect this movie to three just to make three look not that like not
I
that
don't
bad.
think they needed to connect. I mean, they did. I,
and when the
I don't
fuck did the
know.
three main characters, Bow Wow and the Asian guy and the white guy from Tokyo Drift, became
Go to Ber-
scientists?
well, when did they go to Berlin? Right, they were in Germany, weren't they?
I don't know. They kept going back and forth different places, man. I don't know.
They were in Germany when they found when they had him because I
Yeah,
remember
I think it
Dom
was a
saying
German place. Yeah,
like, "Hey, I know a few guys in Berlin that could help us out," and
yeah.
well, okay, well, who does he know? Because I'm trying to think back in my head, like, okay, I don't know that one, and then he comes, I think Lucas is his name or whatever. Like they show up, and I'm like, wait, you're supposed to be in Tokyo. Nowhere in the movie did you say you were going to Berlin. Like, I don't
Yeah.
understand. Like, how'd you show up here?
I don't know, man. I don't
I
remember
don't know.
half of the places they were at because it says blah blah blah. I'm like, where? I don't know where that is. And
Going
then they
back to
would go,
Han's death really quick, it just bothered me, and I wanted to point it out again because it bothered me that when we saw the scene where he was talking to Mr. Nobody when the death happened, he had no scratches on him. Like there was nothing scarring on him, no blood, no cuts, nothing. That's why I was like, is it a hologram that was in the car or what? Like that doesn't make any sense to me.
It
oh,
doesn't
it's
make any
just
sense. And then check this out. This is where I was laughing. I said this movie is so fucking stupid at this point. Let's have Mia and Letty eat at a ramen soup in
oh yeah,
Tokyo
yeah. I know.
where
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
huge,
Yeah.
and just look up and be like, oh look, a Mexican flag. Han lives there. And then on top of that,
Yeah, that was bad.
Han, if you're so fucking good at hiding, how the hell did the other secret agents find you?
They
Hmm.
didn't. They were following them.
but at the same time, how the hell did that? I don't. I guess so. But either way, you gotta admit that was completely stupid. And even the
Yeah.
fighting choreographing in that fight in the apartment wasn't as, I don't know. I just didn't feel any danger. I just didn't feel like, holy shit, are they gonna be able to make it out alive? I didn't
Yeah, of
feel that.
course. Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just like, you're gonna survive, because we need you in the next movie.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are we talking about the scene where they were trying to leave that underground hideout, like their
No, no,
underground
no.
Oh
We're
hideout?
no,
talking about in
Hans
Tokyo,
in
Oh,
Tokyo.
okay. Well,
that house with the Mexican flag.
well, at their hideout, right, where they were at gunpoint, and then they turned on
Oh
the magnet
God.
thing for the for like the smoke grenades to go off, whatever. I don't understand why they made a big deal about leaving and going out when they all just came right back like 10 minutes after.
Oh my
It's like
god, they did.
where were they going? And then they made that trek all the way around because right, that one pathway is no longer there. Dom took it down, so they had to go all the way around and come back. I'm like, okay, fine,
You
whatever.
guys, you guys are about to convince me to just give it a red. I
And
don't.
then how
Yeah.
is it possible that you have the magnet metal car and it doesn't affect
Yeah,
the car?
none of that magnet shit made sense because I ignored it for the longest time. But what caught me was like when they turned it on to pull the wires down to stop the police cars. I'm like, they drove bunch of fucking wires before, and you're telling me they targeted these few specific wires just for this scene? Like
Okay.
that is
All
stupid.
right. All right. These guys know I've been writing stuff about magnets here. The first one was a. The first one was a.
Oh yeah, please.
Uh. Yeah. Yes. Here we go. I'm gonna. They call me the drug scientist sometimes. Maybe not. Uh. No. The first thing I said was from Breaking Bad, where it's like magnets, bitch. But
Mm,
the first van had all the magnets, and that should have been the most powerful van or
yes.
magnets doing everything. And we see what it does. So they then separate the magnets to the different cars, and these are more powerful. How does that work? I mean, oh my god, the fucking wires. Yeah, I was like, what? I guess there's no wires in London. I don't fucking know. Uh, and then the trucks, no, the fucking they picked up an entire or the car, uh, John Cena's car. I'm like, oh, that's how powerful it is. They can pick up an entire car and fling it into in the van. Oh my
And then on
god.
top of that, Cypher is shooting at that van that Dom is in, and then somehow he fucking knows how to flip the van and exactly hit the fucking aircraft.
Oh,
They were doing the math.
even
The
before
math.
that, where he had the truck like because it was rolling down the hill, wasn't it? And then he
Yeah.
angled the truck so that way it would just barely get on the pavement. And I'm like, wait, what? You just drifted this thing onto the road? Like
No,
that's
no,
the
he
thing.
doesn't he use a mine? He used like
Yes,
a
yes. He uses
Yeah.
a mine to like tip off the
to
balance
even
just so that way it makes sure it lands on its wheels and he can start driving it. I'm like, that's what this was talking about. Like, yes, all the other previous Fast and Furious films had stupid, nonsensical things. Like the first one that points out that I can think of is when he's got to take down what's his guy's name, Digimon Hansu. I always call him Digimon. He's in a helicopter and Dom is going through the parking garage and he has the bag of grenades in his car and he goes up a ramp as the garage is going down and he puts the bag of grenades onto the helicopter. Yes, that is stupid, that is nonsensical, that is absurd, but at least it was somewhat like reasonable to the point where like his car was fucked up and he was fucked up, he almost died. This one, Vin Diesel is pretty much invincible, where he's surviving fiery flames and like all these weird, stupid tumbles and shit. And like it was just, it got to the extreme where I'm like, okay, this is the straw that broke the camel's back. Like this is too
oh,
much. Like
And
you
then
crossed the line.
there's a
and then on
bunch of
top of
scenes,
that,
man.
the beginning of the movie where I don't think mines really work that way, where you go 80 miles per hour and they don't blow up your car. I'm pretty sure on mine when it triggers, it blows up instantly.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
and then on top of that, a fucking car turned into Spider Man. I
Oh
just
yeah,
The
yeah, the bridge fire.
how the fuck did he know? Like how does he
No, he didn't.
know? How does he know? Like him going into this pavement where there's going to be a thing there, like a rope, and you lock it, and it's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna survive. It's gonna take us to the other side.
He's got the power of probability. Also, yeah,
And then
Letty with the
John's,
mines. She had a fucking motorcycle. Oh
Yeah,
I
no,
and
but
she
know.
would
then
be dead.
that part where John Cena's ziplining
Oh
and
yeah.
How long is that
Dom
zip line?
runs, jumps, gets to grab him and go through a building. I'm like,
Did you guys
no,
notice that fight?
no.
Literally was like it was. I don't know. The fight between Dom and Dwayne the Rock Johnson of Fast Five was so intense and great,
Yeah.
and I feel like they were trying to do the same thing with this one with the brothers, but it just fucking didn't do nothing. And
Yeah.
then
No. It was
they're
not.
all beaten up, and then the next scene they're all cured.
No,
Oh, I
they're
didn't even notice
yeah,
that.
they
No.
they were going through walls and billboards and like awnings, and it's like, no, we're good. We're just gonna keep going.
I
I'm like,
will say one positive thing. I just found it funny. This was like a fun little like haha kind
which
of
one?
moment. Was when Deckard's mother was driving the car. Like
Oh,
when she
Oh
was like
yeah,
speeding off and like racing off and stealing shit. I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. I like it. I got that joke.
oh, so
cute.
they all of them can walk or get off a car while it's moving, like walking on steps. It's just like, all right, I'm gonna jump off this car, get in another car, and keep going 80 miles an hour, or like I'm gonna, jump off, then jump off the road, and then jump back on. I'm like, okay, you guys make it look easy, but the worst offender, the Cardi B cameo.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god, I
god, I want
hated
to.
that.
I hated that shit. I was like, this is so forced in this fucking movie just because she's popular, or I don't
Did
know
she even
who.
do a song for this movie?
No,
Maybe. I
Maybe, but I doubt it.
not that I know of.
I
But
just thought maybe she slept with somebody
Oh,
or she got paid a shit ton of money or something. Like,
I mean, there is a lot of cameos in this movie with celebrities. We have, of course, Cardi B. That's a big one. We have a Latin rapper, Osuna. He's in the flashback playing at,
oh, I didn't know that.
oh, was he
yeah,
just a young version of the two guys you know from Puerto
yeah,
Rico?
yeah.
Okay.
There's the UFC fighter.
Was that the
The,
guy with the teeth?
no. That was
The
the guy
bodyguard?
with the bodyguard, the black bodyguard, the one that was beating up Han in the truck.
Okay.
He's a
Oh,
UFC champion.
inside.
Like, yeah, UFC
Ah, okay,
fighter.
okay. The guy who
Yeah,
got blown up by a mine. Yeah.
yeah, the one who got blown up by a mine.
Uh,
I know there's a couple of them. There's a couple more in the. Oh, your boy,
Mickey Rourke?
Mickey Rourke. He's in this one
yeah,
too
no,
as well. He's
that
a
was
mechanic.
yeah, that was sort of, I guess, a little quick cameo.
It's a
Nah,
glorified cameo. It's a
yes,
glorified
It's a
cameo.
yeah.
glorified cameo, but I mean, his character, I will say that I enjoyed because I was like, he's been part of the family and he was just trying to look out for everybody else. But and then this is another thing that I couldn't really ease my mind was
Oh
that you
God.
have your okay, Dom, you have your son, and then you have Mia where she has a kid, and those two kids are getting babysitted by Brian because and you're like, oh, I don't want to bring Brian in here because it's too dangerous, but bring your sister.
Yeah, I
The
don't.
sister was kind of justified though because she fought it for herself since she is
Right,
that's her brother too. Like
Mm,
it's not Brian's brother, it's Mia's brother. So
right, yeah. I just
it's I get what you're saying. I
hmm
kind of agree to a point, but her being there is more justified than Brian
that
being
makes
there.
sense. That
but I'll
makes
say
sense.
this though. I'll say this. I was on the same boat as you because I was like, okay, maybe we're gonna see like an impact moment
Mm,
with the brother and Mia, and
right.
we
And
didn't
go a
get
little there, a little bit here and
we
there.
didn't get
No.
none of it.
It's
Eh,
None.
it's
It's a,
no. It was like an afterthought. It was like they finished the movie and were like,
I
"Oh shit,
guess.
we didn't do anything with these two characters, and we're supposed to say that they're related.
Hug it
Fuck, do
out. Hug it
something.
out.
Yeah, hug it
Yeah.
out. What do we do? What do we do? Quick,
Just
hug
hug
it,
him,
hug."
hug. Yeah, you believe
Also,
it, right? You believe it.
also,
That's
I'm looking really quick. It said F9 made more than Hobbs and Shaw in its opening weekend at the North American box office. I mean,
Mm.
money wise,
it
it's done
makes
very well.
It makes sense though because it's F9. It's not a spin-off. It's continuation of
It's
the
the
other
main
series.
line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
but
the
it made
main one.
more its weekend than it did the entire. Oh my god,
I mean, it's like almost like with Solo and and Star Wars
Yeah.
Episode
that's
8, right?
true. Which
Yeah.
I thought it made decent, but I guess Disney bigwig said nope.
I mean,
Nope. Yeah.
regardless, in comparison though to other movies, like it's the
It's
same
done
concept.
well.
It's the same thing as Hobbs and Shaw versus a mainline Furious movie. It's
Yeah,
not going to do anywhere near as good because it's the unknown. Like,
of
yeah, they were
course,
great. They were great characters. Like everyone liked their chemistry and that they had
Hmm.
started to somewhat build up, and so people go see that. But it's not. There's no Vin Diesel. There's no Tyrese
you got
Gibson.
the
There's no
Rock.
Ludacris. You don't have all these other people that people got attached to during the whole franchise. So
That had
obviously
a
a
bunch of
spinoff would be
cameos.
less.
Yeah,
Recommend watching this movie. Honestly, I feel like if they can write F10 fairly well where we don't need to watch F9, then I really hope that's the best case scenario. Like I don't want to go back and watch this movie ever again. Like this was a huge disappointment, especially again like Mike and I being big fans of the Fast and the Furious franchise. This was just a total letdown and I,
It
I, I
was.
I don't know if I had said it. I think this is the first Fast and the Furious movie I saw in theaters because I don't think I saw any of the other
really.
ones in theaters, and so this was like a even more disappointment to me. I was like, God damn it!
I think once they started doing the, that's what they called it somewhere. I saw the Fast Saga or whatever. I think I started watching after three. That's when I started watching all of them in theaters.
I don't recommend this one. I honestly would have liked to watch this on just on TV.
Yeah,
Um, like of course, like it was.
Or on a plane flight or flight plane. I
yeah,
can't.
yeah. That
Yeah,
would have been
Yeah.
yeah,
nice too.
yeah. That would have been nice too. I honestly will say this though. No credit to the movie whatsoever, but it was nice to see that when I went to the movies, it was packed, and it was actually like kind of cool to see everybody there.
Yeah,
Like
I
theater,
say the same thing. Yeah,
like I mean, of course, like I had to wait in line to get my popcorn, but when I was waiting there, I was like, man, this is how it used to be back then. This
yep.
feels pretty nice.
We completely forgot. Let's touch on this really quick before we go into our last segment.
Yeah. Yeah.
The mid credit scene.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought the exact same thing that Ham thought when he texted us. I
Yeah.
was like, are they doing a Marvel Fast and the Furious crossover? Is
Well,
that
no,
supposed to be
I
Captain
only said that
America?
because it was a punching bag and he's
Yeah,
doing his thing. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's the mid credit scene is we
It's like
have
Captain
a
America.
quote unquote mysterious character that's punching the shit out of a punching bag.
Uh-huh.
It turns out he's unhooded. It's Deckard Shaw.
Yeah.
Unzips the bag. Some random guys in there. I don't think anyone really cares about
Yeah.
that. Like he was just beating him up just for the fun of it, and the guy thought that he was beating him up for information when he had the information all along.
Yeah.
Knock on the door. Decker goes up to it, opens the door. It's Han showing right there, and then Deckard's got like this surprised look on his face, and then it ends it. Which
Yeah.
you guys, you got to confirm this or not. Like I could
Yeah.
have sworn we seen that clip either in a trailer or somewhere before watching this movie.
Really?
I
No,
could have
no.
sworn because I
I,
vividly like when that happened, I was like,
Mm.
oh wait, we didn't see this part already. That's right. Like I could have sworn I saw it somewhere else.
I don't think they show Shaw in show Shaw. I don't think they show Shaw. Yep, that's right. In anything than in the ending, I
I guess
think.
I must have stumbled onto some sort of
nothing.
spoilers, but
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's okay. Spoilers for Sal, but there
What?
is a ending credit scene of Hobbs and Shaw where Dwayne the Rock Johnson he's in a gym, just like how he is in this one, and then he gets a phone call. I mean, he calls Shaw. He's like, "Hey, I got a present for you," and then a whole bunch of police officers, and he's just like, "Okay," and that's it.
What? Okay.
um I feel like the mid credit scene though was kind of pointless. Like
I
I
think
get it, like
so.
the
Yeah.
interaction between the two is going to lead to obviously some tension there. There's some conflict there, but it just seemed very like out of place with the entire movie, and I'm just like, you could have just saved it
Yeah.
for the next one.
I think the best one was when you find out that Letty's alive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
that was the
agree. Yeah,
best.
I
Yeah,
would agree.
that was the best one. That was the ending of Fast Five, the mid credit or
I think so. Yeah.
end
Yeah.
credit scene. But that's just my opinion. I think this movie is a piece of shit. I don't know. I probably might get back and give it a Becky core or just leave it as a red, but definitely on my shit list next to
Well,
Thunderclap.
Ham, are you still solidified on your yellow? Or are you gonna give it a red like us two?
You were bashing on the movie a lot, so
I was, yeah. All right,
Well,
I'll
to
change
be
it to red.
fair,
Yeah.
we were bashing on the movie a lot, and he agreed with everything so
Yeah.
far.
I mean, there was nothing that you'd said that wasn't true. Okay, I'll give it a red, just because I don't like to give a lot of stuff red, but I'll give it a red. I didn't sit 2 hours and a half through this movie. I sat like an hour and an
oh,
hour 20. So
thank God you didn't
yeah.
because the movie, the runtime for this movie was long too.
Yeah,
A little too
I think I
long,
would have
yeah.
been a little annoyed if it was longer, or like what you saw with the trailers. I didn't even see any trailers, so
I was in the theater for
um,
3 hours technically.
I only recommend this. Yeah, yeah, I don't know what you were doing. I only recommend this movie to people who've already seen all of them and they're like,
You
yeah,
might as well.
I'm already invested, so why not? But there is hope because it's like the James Bond series. There's always the good one, then bad one, then good one, and bad
Hmm.
one, and
True,
yeah. So
true.
we'll see.
True, true, yeah.
All
To
right.
me,
Well,
this is the worst one, but that's just my
Hmm.
opinion.
speaking of hope, as Ham had brought up before, let's move on to our last segment, the movie trivia.
I got one.
All right. I got one too, but
You got
fine.
I can make one up and maybe I'll do it. Let's do it.
one? I don't know.
I'll do mine first, and then
Okay, okay.
we'll do Mike's. Okay.
Remember, we got
So
to text Sal the answer.
yes, you got to text me. None of this weird shit. All right, here we go. Here is your movie synopsis. After watching their respective partners die, a New Orleans hitman and a Washington, D.C. detective form an alliance in order to bring down their common enemy.
Say that one more time.
After watching their respective partners die, a New Orleans hitman and a Washington, D.C. detective form an alliance in order to bring down their common enemy.
New Orleans Hitman and Detective?
New Orleans hitman and a Washington, D.C. detective.
Fuck. Um.
Where the fuck are you? All right, here we go.
Okay. Isn't it called?
We got Ham's answer.
I don't know. I'm taking a guess.
You're the closest
Oh,
one.
never mind, never mind.
Only
Wait,
What?
me?
because yeah, only because Ham said I got nothing.
Yeah, what do you
Wait,
got?
hold on.
Whoa, whoa,
I
whoa,
wrote,
whoa, 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 whoa! This is some cheating over here. What are we holding on?
because
You,
I wrote the
mm,
wrong. I literally wrote the wrong one.
wait,
Oh, okay.
what do you mean you wrote the?
No. I know what he means, but he's still
Oh,
wrong. The movie is
Oh.
called Bullet to the Head, starring Sylvester Stallone and Sung Kang, who plays Hong in Fast and Furious
oh, I
movies.
never saw that.
Jason
That
Momoa was
oh,
also in here. Christian
I never
Slater.
saw that.
Oh, I
Trying to
never saw that one.
That looks
come on, come on.
stupid.
I don't know. That's why I picked it. I was like, I don't know if anyone's really watched this one, but
Nah.
that's why I picked it. Han was in. All right, Mike, what do you got?
A South Central LA kid
What? Uh-huh.
faces the commandments of real life.
Say that again.
That was it.
In South Central LA, a misguided kid faces the commitment of real life.
Misguided kid.
You tell me I have to text Mike now. Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't even know where he's at. Oh my god.
Oh, you don't say my number. I forgot, you dick.
I got it. It's wait, no, actually that's the Mike I know. Are you under Mickey?
Don't text the wrong Mickey.
Mike Jones?
I don't. I know my answer's wrong, but that's the only thing I can think of with kid
I
in there.
fucking hate you.
I'm just not gonna text because I don't know if I have your number.
Yeah, just go ahead and say it because I already gave my answer.
I don't know what he was saying. One more time, please.
In South Central LA, a
Uh-huh.
misguided kid
Uh-huh.
faces the commitments of real life?
Yeah, I got nothing either right now.
So you give up?
Yeah, I don't got nothing.
All right, what is it?
Baby boy.
I never heard of that movie.
Uh, Sounds like that dumb movie we watched with the guys getting drugged
Who's in
and
there?
shaving.
Who's
Tyrese
in that?
Gibson.
No wonder.
Oh,
He's the main character and Snoop Dogg.
Well, double okay. All right, mine's an easy one. Uh, just just the first letter. Tell me in the Vin Diesel movie Pitch Black, what is Riddick's middle name?
what is
Just the
Riddick's
letter.
middle name?
Yeah, you can text it to me.
X.
You have you have. Okay, is that your answer? All right, you then.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sal can give me another.
Jay.
No, it's not Homer J. Simpson. It's I just had it. It's
It doesn't even
right
work.
here. I got it. I know, no, I forgot his first name. Richard B. Riddick.
Richard B. Riddick.
Yep.
That's such
Yeah,
a
it's just keep it to Riddick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
Riddick.
Richard. Hey, Richard. I'm Richard.
All right, well, that's pretty much it.
And
Mike, do
Batman.
that social thing that you do.
Guys, follow us on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, you know,
We got a
Instagram.
Twitter? I didn't know we had a Twitter.
We've always had a Twitter.
Yeah, we
Twitter's
always
more
had a
successful
Twitter.
than your MySpace.
Ah,
Yeah.
shit.
But follow us on all those social media platforms on Drunk Cop and a Teacher, and write us an email of any questions or any recommendations of any movies that we haven't seen that you want us to review. drunkcop.ateacher@gmail.com. Almost forgot it there.
You almost
That's
did.
almost.
All right, next episode, we're going to talk about The Tomorrow War, which is an Amazon original film starring Chris Pratt.
And Blue.
Another Star-Lord movie. Blue's in there?
Doubt
I'm
it.
guessing.
Probably. And then I don't know if Ham's gonna do it because Mike said he's not going to, but I'm gonna watch Dynasty Warriors, and I know it's gonna be a terrible movie, but I feel like I'm gonna love the shit out of this
Where
movie
is it
because
at?
I really like
Netflix?
Wait, what?
No, good.
Is it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
Okay, you
July
know what? I'll
2nd.
give it a
Comes out July
chance.
2nd.
Okay, I'll give it a chance.
Ooh, double feature next week.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up right now. I thought it was a series, so you're just telling me it's a movie.
It's a
It's
movie.
a movie. If you watch the trailer that's on Netflix right now, it's basically the game. Like it's literally the game.
Is Link in it?
What are you talking about?
I hate you. All right. I got nothing else to say, gentlemen. Any closing words?
You remember family, but if you have a relatives, fuck them.
E equals MC magnets. That's all I got. Fucking
Magnets,
magnets.
bitch.
Yep.